Mic check, mic check. What's kicking, family? I'm glad you've clicked in so I can check in with you. This is about the Knicks. Took me a little bit while before I can come out here and drop a Knick vid. The last loss was disappointing to me. They made a run at it at the end of the second half. Got to within 4. Questionable offensive foul. But you should have never got to that point where you had to depend on a referee to bail you out, even though it could have been questionable. So, haven't had a win in like 10 years for the Knicks in the Garden in the postseason. And, it kind of bums me out. I was looking forward to the Knicks rocking and rolling, and the Rangers too. The Rangers got bumped in 5 games, and they got bumped on the road. And not since the 90s when we had Messier and Ewing as the captains of the two respective teams that the city and the Garden was really rocking. So now they've closed it down, and they're going to begin the renovations in earnest. So let me not stay too long on this Knick thing here, and let me just try and wrap it up into a nice, neat little bow. That might not happen, I didn't work in the gift section of the store, with the nice little neat bows. But Mr. Batch continues. All right. The Knicks made a nice showing, a great showing, and on what I felt was good, the way they came and got into the playoffs. Now, Carmelo Anthony joined the team. We had 20-something games for them to get it together. I think they did pretty good. Everybody was clamoring about how Denver is like, whoa, they're like undefeated without Carmelo. And then you heard the coach for Denver, Carl, talk about Mello, and then he had to come back on again and clarify it. Bottom line is this. I wanted Mello. I'm glad they've got Mello. I wish they could have waited till the off season to get Mello, but they had to do what they had to do to get Mello at that time. The collective bargaining agreement, which is coming up after the season is over, is why Mello jumped on the deal and why I think James Dolan got involved and pulled the trigger. I believe my man Walsh, who's got years of experience in basketball, was going to be like a real poker player and wait till the off season and then pick him up, without giving up all the pieces that he gave up to get Mello. That didn't happen, and we have Mello. Now they talk about how Mello and Stat, how can they coexist? Did some research, looked at some stuff. These guys have known each other since high school days. You understand what I'm saying? They're roughly the same age. They played on AAU teams together. They played on the Olympic squad together. They have played together. Yes, they'll be able to figure it out. But you know how the media is. The media likes to, cause a little controversy. I see this here, this, that, and other. Bottom line is, I don't care what they do, they play together. For instance, when I hate to hit the Wayback Machine, but I'm going to do that because I'm going to do that. I'm Mr. Batch. And I've lived it. When Earl Monroe came to join the New York Knicks with Frazier was my guy. My guy. Couldn't stand Earl Monroe. I'm like, what is he going to do? Came here, made it work. The same thing I feel can happen for Stat and Mello. I understand that's a different era, etc., 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 yada, yada, yada. But the same holds true for back then to now. It was the pairing of two superstars on the same team of similar qualities. You understand what I'm saying? That's what I'm getting at. So y'all can talk about that. Oh, what's that got to do with now? It's from what I have seen and experienced, and I believe the best is going to happen for the Knicks with the Mello trade going forward. Now, they're going to have a whole off-season training camp to get together, provided that they can settle the lockout that's going to the impending lockout that's going to happen for the NBA players coming this off-season. they will have plenty of time to be together and work out the kinks and know where each one goes. Now, Chauncey Billups has a buyout of $4 million. If he comes back to the team, it's $14 million. Now, what is our best option at guard, at point guard? Tell me that. Tell me that. All these prognosticators and pontificators out there, the sports pundits. No, he's old, he's this, he's that. Yo, he's a great floor general. Get somebody in behind him that you can groom to take over. Or let him play out that 1 year, wait till 2012 when the next season comes around, when you can go after Darren Williams or Chris Paul or any other high caliber, really speedy, quickie type guard, because that's what we need to go to the next level. Chauncey Billups would be the great floor general now, which would teach these guys. Now they've got some playoff experience. They know what it is. The Knicks were not able to close out the Celtics. They had their chances in the first 2 games. Injuries had decimated us, and injuries are not an excuse. That's why the bench needs to step up. Other teams that you have seen throughout these playoffs, when something happens to their main guy, main 1, 2, or 3 guys, other members of the team step up. That's what we need for the New York Knicks. Now, I was going to get into who should stay or who should go, but I don't know. I'm not even going to get into that. Who should stay, who should go. Wait a minute. Yes, I will. But that's going to be on another clip. That's going to be a real quick one. All right? I'm not going to, try and beat you over the head and keep you hostage on this video. So, I'm going to close out by saying this. We need to keep Chauncey Billups, Mr. Big Shot. Stat and Mello will be able to coexist. They'll have a whole off-season training camp to get it together. The Knicks need a big man and a point guard to take up after Chauncey leaves. Because I think Chauncey will be able to run that half-court offense, run it when it slows down, show these guys what to do, how to execute at the close of games. And on that note, I'm going to leave you guys with that. Make sure that those 3 come back. We get a center. Hopefully, Tony Douglas can do the job, in serviceable minutes. But I'll get into the roster in another video. This is Mr. Batch. I'm out of here like I stole something. Peace.